there needs to be a role model out there. And for the first time in my life, I actually feel like one.
Just got to go out there and do your thing and not try to conform to what society wants you to look like or sing like or what you think will be a hit as opposed to what you want to sing.
Hey, and welcome to Mindspo TV, your online destination for all things mindset, motivation, and inspiration. I'm Rochelle Fox, and today I want to share with you another episode in our self-love series. As a meditation teacher, one of my biggest callings is to empower people to amp up their self-love and realize their fullest potential, which is why every single week here on Mindspo TV, we're sharing 10 self-love tips from video influencers, sports stars, singers, celebrities, and other radical people from all over the globe. For the fourth video in this series, we are featuring none other than Demi Lovato. Now, she is a woman that has gone through a really tough time this year, but her message and her words stand really powerful and true. Now, Demi Lovato started her career on the TV show Barney, followed by appearances on the Disney Channel until she made a name for herself as a mega pop star and started touring internationally. While Demi's life could appear to be all rainbows and butterflies from the outside looking in, that is not the reality. Demi Lovato is actually one of those rare celebrities that really opens up to the world, and she's gone into depth about her mental health struggles with bipolar disorder, anxiety, depression, as well as her ongoing battle with drug addiction and her eating disorder. She uses her music and her platform and the Hollywood fame that she's gathered to spread a powerful message of self-love through everything she does. And I find her story one that is super powerful to share. So without further ado, let's get into our take on Demi Lovato's top 10 self-love tips.
Well, I think that learning to love yourself is very important, and learning to love yourself in the skin that you're in is very important. It can be difficult at times, and of course the pressures are high, but I think that as long as you love yourself, that's all that matters.
Well, one of the reasons why I became so outspoken when I decided to come out of treatment and talk about my issues was because when I grew up and I was dealing with the pressures to be thin, it was the time in the tabloids when very, very skinny girls were on the cover of every magazine. And that's what I was looking up to. Mm-hmm. So that's what I had to idolize. I don't want that for young girls to idolize.
No.
So
unhealthy.
It is, it's very unhealthy. And there was nobody out there for me to look at and say, you know what, maybe this is unhealthy. Maybe starving myself isn't the answer. So I want to be that for a 13-year-old girl at home deciding whether or not to eat dinner, or a 18-year-old girl deciding whether or not to keep her breakfast down. There needs to be a role model out there. And for the first time in my life, I actually feel like one.
I had to develop a thick skin when it comes to haters, but for the most part, I don't listen to them anymore. I don't care what haters have to say.
I'm just proud enough to be able to go to the beach in a bathing suit and have fun. And that's all that matters, is that you are happy with the skin that you're in, no matter what your beach body looks like.
Yeah, there are some mantras, definitely. You're beautifully and wonderfully made. It's something that I have to, sometimes reinforce in my head. And also just looking in the mirror and being like, you are a rock star. And regardless if I was in the music industry or not, looking in the mirror and something about saying you're a rock star, you're fierce, you're fabulous, and you just gotta work what you have. That really helps.
Before we share tip number 6, if you want more inspiration and high vibe self-love content in your life, then be sure to check out our Instagram and give it a follow at Mindspo. And if you want to repost this artwork inspired by today's video, then check out the link in the description below.
The major thing that I've learned is no matter how much success you have, it doesn't define who you are as a person, and it doesn't define your happiness. So I find that as incredible as it is to perform on stage and have fans on the other side of the world even know my name, much less every word to my music, it doesn't, it's kind of like how they say money doesn't buy you happiness. It's like fame doesn't either. You really have to be secure in yourself as a person first, and also an artist, and you just got to go out there and do your thing and not try to conform to what society wants you to look like or sing like or what you think will be a hit, as opposed to what you want to sing.
I battled with depression, and one of the main things that I've overcome with those issues is building myself on the inside. Definitely trying to love myself before loving others. When you love yourself, you can take care of yourself, and it's a great lesson that I learned. It's not okay to starve yourself, and it's not okay to self-harm. It's not okay to bully other people. When you're struggling with a problem, sometimes it's hard to realize that you need to get help, but I think that hopefully they can come out and realize that they can get help for their problems and hopefully live a longer and happier life.
I just think, okay, what do I have to do today? How am I gonna make this day awesome? And let's see how much I can get done in one day. Or do I need to take care of myself? Should I schedule, a spa appointment? Do I need to see my chiropractor? Things like that, in order to make sure that I am taken care of and well rested at the end of the day. Either knowing that I worked my butt off or that I took care of myself.
I've taken away the power from the negative comments and the haters by not listening to them, and if I do see it, I just feel sorry for them, because who leaves a negative comment on somebody's profile on the internet? You have to be kind of sad to do that. So I've taken away the power, and it just feels great.
I definitely had backlash whenever I was younger, that I was either too thin or too thick, and now I embrace the curves that I have, that I was naturally given. It's in my genes, and this is the body that I'm supposed to have today, so I will love it for what it is.
Now, that was really powerful. Demi's vulnerability and rawness is something I really admire. Her willingness to open up about all her own struggles and her journey really does remind us that no one is picture perfect, and so much strength can come from so much pain. My favorite tip of Demi's in the series has to be number 9, where she talks about taking away the power from the online haters, especially when it comes to social media. Remember, there are always going to be negatives in life. We live in a universe of polarity. There is yin and yang, good and bad, and it's within your power to choose what you focus on. So, as Demi says, take away the powers from the haters and focus on the positive. Now, I would love to hear your thoughts on this video in the comment section down below. And if you're hungry for more self-love tips, mindset, motivation, and inspiration every single week, then be sure to subscribe to our channel. And if you've enjoyed this video, support our message with a big thumbs up, because it really helps us out. I'm Rochelle Fox. I'll see you in the next one. And until then, go love yourself.